Most of the world sees Iran through the lens of a camera tracking a missile across the night sky. In 2026, those images are real, but they hide a shift in the Middle Eastern map that the headlines haven't captured yet. To see what is actually happening, we have to look into the spaces where state cameras don't reach. Behind the explosions and the diplomacy, a set of hidden forces is moving the nation toward a point of no return. The triangle of tension between Iran, Israel, and the United States has reached its tightest point in decades. Direct American involvement accelerated when Donald Trump returned to the presidency, bringing a policy of maximum pressure back to the Oval Office. This pressure is met with massive ballistic missile exchanges, projectiles that follow a suborbital flight path to deliver warheads to targets hundreds of miles away. Iran's response to aerial threats was to move its production underground. They have built high-capacity drone factories deep in the earth, creating a fleet that is functionally impossible to target from the air. While missiles are visible, a secondary front is playing out in the dark. Severe cyber warfare is currently targeting Israel's water, power, and communication grids. At the same time, the International Atomic Energy Agency, the organization that monitors global nuclear compliance, reports that Iran is constructing new nuclear facilities that bypass current international oversight. Because Iran sits on one of the world's largest natural gas reserves, these rigs are now high-priority military targets. A direct hit here would paralyze the regional energy supply, potentially triggering a global shortage that would drive prices to record highs. The world is watching the skies for the next launch, but the real threat to the regime's survival is gathering on the streets. If you move away from the military zones and into the city centers, the reality of the conflict changes. The most significant challenge to the government isn't coming from a foreign military, but from a domestic, woman-led movement that has ignored every attempt at suppression. Despite strict laws, women are riding motorcycles, singing in public, and dancing in the squares, acts that were unthinkable under the previous social code. To stop these images from reaching the outside world, the government is running a digital erasure campaign. They are scrubbing protest footage and news reports from the domestic internet as fast as they can be uploaded. Under the weight of international sanctions, the Iranian rial, the national currency, has lost most of its value, making basic goods unaffordable for millions. But the economy continues to function through local networks. This persistence shows a level of social resilience that the government's digital black ants can't touch. Underneath the missiles and the protests is a layer of identity that predates the current regime by thousands of years. This is Persepolis. It was the ceremonial capital of the Persian Empire 2,500 years ago, and its stone pillars have outlasted every invasion since. You see this same continuity in places like Naqsh Jahan Square. Its scale and intricate tilework represent an architectural tradition defining the Iranian city. In the Nasir al-Mulk Mosque, morning light filters through stained glass, creating a kaleidoscope effect on the floor, turning simple light into complex art. That same attention to detail is found in Persian carpets. Hand-woven over months or years, they create a cultural export valued globally for its craftsmanship. This culture is built on a foundation of hospitality and food, like these traditional kebabs. It's a society that has maintained high standards of education and healthcare, even through the worst years of isolation. These ancient sites and traditions have stood while dozens of dynasties have fallen. They are the physical evidence of a national identity that remains, even when the political structure is in chaos. Today, because of the travel bans and the threat of conflict, these historical sites are nearly empty of foreign visitors. It leaves Iran in a strange position in 2026. A place of ancient beauty, internal revolution, and high-tech war, all contained in one border. Where do you think this leads? Will the cultural foundation hold the country together, or will the external pressures force a change? Let us know in the comments. The true heart of Iran is still there, waiting in the shadows. For more deep dives into the world's most complex regions, hit subscribe.